He does this all the time.
Yeah.
Brian, what do you know about the immunity idols?
I know that I don't have one,
Okay.
and I think Kobe has one, and I think Andy has one, if not two, because we think he jacked
But
ours.
these are all suspicions.
These are all suspicions. No one's coming and telling me.
No one has confessed to you.
No.
No one
Which,
has
I mean,
even played around and said, hey.
No, I mean, they shouldn't. Like, that's dumb to tell someone you have an idol. I mean, it really only works if you're bringing someone together and being like, oh, I got this idol, now we're together. Or if you don't tell anyone you have it and you can surprise people with
Okay.
it. So no one's told me, unfortunately.
So,
Voice up, voice up.
so how happy were you when you guys merged and you were 5 strong?
Actually, I wasn't that excited because we're 5 of one team versus 6 of not our team. And it's real easy for those 6.
Why do you say 6? White was only 2 and green was only 4. What
Right.
makes you think they're 6?
The feeling I've gotten from around camp today after we've merged, just the conversations I've not heard, but I've witnessed people walking off with one another.
So when people walk off, you don't say, let me walk off with them. Let me be included. Let me try to be in this so-called majority that's in your head.
Right. Well, what I'm trying to do is when they're walking off, they're leaving somebody that I can go talk to and see where their head's at. Because I don't want anyone to be suspicious.
And how
of me.
has that worked for you?
So far, I think it's going pretty well.
Who have you talked to?
I've talked to I talked to Kobe a lot. He's a really cool guy. I'm going to hate it when I have to vote him off, but it's the game. I've talked to Laura. She's really quiet. I feel like in real life I'm very quiet as well. So I was like, okay, I can relate to this girl and I can maybe...
But what are you talking about? Apples, oranges?
Right now I'm just trying to get a feel for her as a person so that'll be easier to get the game conversation going because I don't want to make
Because you know this game only lasts for another, not even 24 hours, but
yeah.
you're asking her about
their
what
family,
movie she
what
likes.
Yeah, because I don't want to be abrasive and be like, hey, game. We're just talking about game. I want her to like me because if she likes me, maybe she'll work with me.
Oh,
yeah,
I can see that. Yeah. So these other 2 that we were talking about, so you already know for a fact that they've gone with the 4, so now they're 6 against 5?
We have very strong suspicions. We haven't seen all 6 of them walk away from us and leave them at camp, but...
So why can't you go and try to take them back or try to, if you're not certain that they're over there with these 4, why not go and bring them to your side?
Again, it's a juggling act, as you know. You don't want to make anyone feel like you're a threat because you have to almost play dumb in some areas. But I know what they're doing, and I know what they're talking about, and I need to find my moment to pull that person aside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you about your alliance now, your orange team.
Yep.
Where are you within those 5?
Pretty far down. Matt and I are 4 or 5 because we have super athletes out there who are just
So you
killing
being
each other.
4 and 5, you don't say, hey, why don't I get over here with these 6 and make it maybe 9-3?
We're trying to figure out
6, 7, 8, 8 to 3.
8 to 3, yeah. We're trying to figure out a way to do that by getting the least amount of blood on our hands. We don't want to just completely alienate these 3 people because in the end, we're trying to get their votes. But the writing's on the wall. If by some miracle we got down to the final 5 with them, we'd be...
What does blood matter? If it were you and Matt at the end and you got rid of all these people, they'd have to vote for one or the other, so what does it matter?
Well, I mean, I don't want them to completely hate us, and I would kind of want them to... I feel like if Matt and I made a strategic move because of the trivia that I did and the fact that I haven't really been too shy that I'm a super fan, that's just going to be blamed on me. They're going to be like, Brian, he knows this game, so I need to figure out a way for if I make a move against them, they're going to respect me and not hate me.
Well, everyone so far that has gotten voted off has been very hurt by it, except for the fact that Kathy chose to go home, and Honey, I think, was the other one that was happy. Yeah. Everybody else hates you guys. Yeah. So well, there's really no hurting feelings, and no one's going to come out of here saying, oh, can't wait to get a beer with you tonight.
Yeah. Nah. No, I believe me, I know that, and I'm not gonna let the perceived personal friendship that I forged over 48 hours get in the way of making a move when I need to make a move.
Okay. All right. So, anything else you want to add?
Let's see. I have a plan to try to usurp the power from Kobe right now, and that.
So Kobe's in charge.
Kobe's in charge. He is good at the game.
He's got everybody goo goo gaga.
He at least has his 3 people like reporting back to him anything you say. So I've been,
And you're not starstruck.
I mean, absolutely I am, but I gotta put that on the back burner because.
So no one has seen you starstruck.
Right. Yeah, and I hope that when I'm like talking to the former survivors, I've been really like even keel and like just try to.
Because you don't want your tribe to be suspect that you're on the bottom, and you would be willing to, or you wouldn't be willing to.
I don't think that you realize that I realize that I'm on the bottom. Like I think.
And you would put yourself before them, of course.
Yeah. I don't care about them.
Wait, but you wanted to play this game nice, and you didn't want anybody to be mad at you, but you don't care about them.
Well, I don't want them to be mad at me to the point where they won't vote for me to win, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of animosity towards the people sitting in the final 2, even if you didn't like vote off that particular person.
Well, going back to Survivor, a lot of times when you're in someone's tribe, even if you do them dirty, they're still happy that someone from their tribe made it to the end and are willing to put that aside and vote for them. Yeah. But you think these people are not like that?
I don't think they know the game quite as well, So I think they might take being voted off as like a personal affront, when it's not really. Like it's just like.
Well, they had a hand in voting others off.
Exactly. So like. It's a hard game to master. Obviously, I haven't done it. You have. After this is over, I'll probably talk and try to figure it out. But it's going to be difficult with people who haven't played the game and haven't watched the game to vote them off and have them be like, oh, I understand why you do that. Because a lot of times when that happens, they're like, why? How could you do that? I thought we were friends. So it's like a tightrope you got to walk where like they like you enough to vote for you, but they're still like a little
Okay, so what do you need to do when you go back to camp now?
Right now, I need to pull Andy aside and be like, look, dude, you are probably in this 6, and you're going to vote the 5 of us off, which is great, up until the point where Kobe and his 4 votes you and Laura off. How about you, Laura, Matt, and I get a 4 going, and then we kind of figure out a way to maneuver ourselves without making most people mad. And my plan for that is Kobe really wants to be in my alliance, which is hard to say no because huge fan.
Right.
But he's a super fan as well, and I know that he's probably just like, oh, I can use this guy who's like starstruck a little bit and get him to do whatever I want. So my plan is, if those 6 want one of the 5 of us off, I'm willing to like get one of ours off and vote with them while still telling the other 2 like, okay, this is what's going to happen, and then we got to come back to camp and you got to be pissed at me and you got to be pissed at Matt, so Kobe will not see it coming when we join up with Andy and we join up with Laura and we usurp him right out of power.
Okay, so sounds like you have a mission to accomplish when you get back to camp.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, it was nice talking to you.
It was nice talking to you.